Welcome to the Big Fat Real Estate Checks podcast with Marco Kozlowski, where we help investors like you get the knowledge and skills you need to replace your JOB with passive cash flow for life.
Welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing the 5 Ds, the 5 big motivators why people need to sell quickly and how to find them to create amazing opportunities and combine them with asset-based lenders. Now, if you haven't listened to the past episode, I highly recommend it since we discuss asset-based lending and how you can use that to finance and fund your deals using absolutely none of your money to make insane amounts of cash flow for the rest of your life for you and your family. But today, let's discuss the 5 Ds, the 5 motivators why people need to sell quickly and how to find them. Now, there are 5 big reasons why people will sell at massive discounts to get whatever they can, not as much as they can. And I call them the 5 Ds. And D number 1 is divorce. Now, I've been divorced twice, and my second divorce left me homeless in 2009. I was living out of my car with my kids, and it was terrible. I'd been doing very well in real estate up to that time, but had my ass handed to me. And it wasn't from where I expected. I came home one day, the house is empty, all my bank accounts emptied, and my wife gone like a puff of smoke. A real magic trick. She had taken all the money we had saved over the years to weather whatever economic storm was coming. We knew 2008 would eventually happen, and we had saved millions for when that time came. But she had her own plan. When she had the chance, she took all the cash and disappeared. I had all the debt, none of the cash, and all the problems. It wasn't the best day at the office at all. I was betrayed, I was sad, and I was hurt on so many levels. It was a very difficult time for me emotionally and financially. I had to start all over again. Had that not happened over 10 years ago, I would not be in a much better place than I am today. I make more now than I ever have and have more peace of mind than I ever have. So in a weird way, I'm actually grateful I got out of that mess the way that I did. It allowed me to create these very systems I now share with you today. Systems to help those that need financial independence and are willing to do something about it by simply following the steps that I've already created. Now, back to being homeless, cold, and alone. Yes, I was back at square zero. But this time, of course, I knew what I was doing. Huge difference than before. I didn't have to figure it out. I knew what to do. And what I'm going to be showing you today is exactly how I was able to make more in a year than most make in a lifetime. And that is a skill set that if you wish to learn, never lets you be broke again. I mean, never. You can't unlearn what you already know how to do. She could take my shit, but not my knowledge and my drive. I was still in complete control of my life. I really hope to empower you with that exact same knowledge, process, and skill sets to help you achieve whatever your financial goals are, no matter what's going on in your life, good or bad. Okay, back to the Ds. Each one of these Ds is a huge motivator to get fast money now. If someone wants fast cash, they never focus on getting as much as they can. They want whatever they can, and they want it fast. They want it now. They want it today. And remember, we can give them 70% of whatever the value is of that asset in as little as 10 days. That is extremely fast, and it's almost, once you know how to use this stuff, a license to print money. Now, if you've ever been married and or divorced, you know how the impact of financial stress can be on the marriage. In fact, let's go back to my first marriage, not my terrible second. We were always struggling for money, and it caused a lot of stress. We always had more month than we had money. It was terrible. And you probably can guess the number 1 cause of divorce. Yep, it's marriage. All kidding aside, when 2 people want to no longer to be together, get divorced, the only one that wins financially really are the lawyers. Really savvy couples will want out as quickly as possible and not try to get as much as they can to drag out the divorce for years and years. If they want out and fast and they have an asset to sell, what will they take? As much as they can? Or, you got it, whatever they can. The next D is debt. There is a large motivator. Most Americans are in a lot of debt. might have foreclosure coming, lost their job, need to sell their multifamily to take care of a pending lawsuit, which is also very common. And lawsuits are scary and very expensive. In fact, 94% of all lawsuits in the world are in the United States. That's crazy, but that's just the way it is. If a seller can settle a pending lawsuit quickly by offloading a property and avoiding months or even years of expensive lawyers and litigation to have peace of mind right now, will they want as much as they can for a property or whatever they can if it settles a lawsuit? You bet, whatever they can. The third D is death. Now, death and retirement kind of go hand in hand. Baby boomers have the highest amount of wealth in the United States. They aren't getting any younger, and they're certainly not getting any healthier. Many of these boomers have a lot of assets and not have kids to pass them down to, or they have deadbeat kids that they don't want to pass their properties on to anyway. Their little ones never appreciated their hard work and portfolio and have no idea how to take care of them like they could. Or perhaps they have realized they are too old or too frail to really take care of the property anymore and want to pass it on to someone else. They want someone to take care of their tenants since they have known these people for many years and consider them family, and just want to pass it on to someone that actually cares. Now, I've been told by a handful of sellers that if they pass it to their kids are going to sell it for pennies on the dollars, go to Vegas and do hookers and blow. That's pretty hilarious coming from an 87-year-old man. Now, if the kids do inherit the property and don't know what they're doing, they could run it into the ground, sell it cheap, since they have no idea how to run things. That's actually quite common. Now, speaking of management, you never have to worry about managing a property ever. It's not your job. You don't ever talk to Jerry Springer tenants. You'll have a skilled third-party professional licensed and bonded insured property manager doing all that for you. It's not your job. Your job is not to manage tenants. It's to enjoy your life because it's forbidden to manage any of the tenants that in the properties that you buy or the properties. In fact, you can't even get financing if you do, which we'll cover shortly in a case study. Now, our next D is displacement. Now, displacement and retirement is a great combination. We recently purchased a package of almost 600 units, one seller, 600 units from a very wealthy investor in Chicago. It wasn't on the market at all, completely off market. And I'll show you how we find these very motivated off-market properties in a second. And we got them, of course, at over 30% off. Now, her priority was not getting every penny that she could. It was moving to Florida as soon as possible to be with her sick granddaughter. Now, that was more important to her than getting every penny she could out of this deal. Time was much more valuable than money. And she's right. I don't know anybody on their deathbed that wishes for more money or they wish they had paid that bill and then expire. It's never going to happen. We always wish for more time as we have more snow on the mountain. Now, the displacement list is actually a very exciting one. The average American moves every 5 to 7 years. So let's just call it 10 for easy math. There are 330 million people in the United States. That's a lot. 10% of those is 33 million that are moving at any given time. That's a lot of people. Now, only 1% of that 33 million will have real estate that we're interested in. All right, so now we're at 330,000 people. That's still a lot. But 1% will be highly motivated, need to sell right now, which is 33,000 people on that list. But it's closer to 50,000. And it's a big list. And just that one list alone, once you know how to use it, will feed you for a very long time with some amazing opportunities. They need to sell. They need to sell now for whatever they can and move on to whatever the next opportunity is. I hope that's clear and a little bit exciting. When someone needs the money fast, they just want whatever they can, and we can make that happen. Now, can't we? Remember, we have access to that capital. And the last D is disease. Now, the number one cause of bankruptcy in the United States, sadly, is medical bills. Now, again, I'm from Canada originally, and we have free healthcare. So it's a little terrifying when, coming from Canada, you know people that can lose the farm or lose everything you have or even go bankrupt over medical bills. It's very sad, but it's the reality that just many face. As the population ages, they get sicker, medical bills start stacking up, and even if you have the right insurance, not everything can get covered. There are limits and deductibles, and what you need might not even be covered by the insurance policy that you have. So it's quite complicated. Or the one doctor that you really want that can save your life is in the wrong HMO, the wrong district. Yeah, I want this doctor, not that doctor, because that doctor kills people and this one saves lives, and I have cancer, I need that doctor. Well, you got to pay a premium for that doctor, and it can get pretty complicated, and it's a real pain in the ass, but it's just the reality of things. If someone has this problem and they need cash now to save their life, they will take whatever they can for a property, not full price. And you can and will solve their problem, of course, if you can agree on the right price. So to be clear, we haven't put any of these people in these terrible situations. The last thing I want to do is profit from someone else's misery. That's not what I'm about. That's not what my values are aligned with. All right? It's not good business. It's not good karma to do this. But I do want to help a fellow human. And if a fellow human wants to sell a property quickly and they want speed and we can buy this equity, the beauty of being backed with the asset-based loans that we have is that we can help those people. We haven't put a gun to their head. They're in a situation. I hope you're getting a little bit excited. Now, to recap, if someone is getting divorced and we can get it done quickly and they just have to drop their price to get this over with because we have the ability to help them, are we helping them? Yes. If someone that is in a lot of debt, they need to get rid of it quickly or settle a scary lawsuit, are we helping them too? Absolutely. How about someone that wants to retire or move to another state to be with their honey or needs to have that operation by the end of the month to save their or their loved one's life? Are we helping them as well? Yes, we are. There are very motivated people that are affected by the 5 Ds or multiple Ds that stack and need to sell their property quickly in exchange for quick cash that you can give them. And they're going to sell it to someone. It might as well be who? Yes, it might as well be you. All you have to do is learn how to position yourself to give them the money. When would you like to have that happen? Hopefully, as soon as possible. So let's recap. Where are we getting the money from? Asset-based lenders. What's the criteria? 70% of value. How much money or credit do you need to buy anything at all? None. Why would someone discount? Because of the 5 Ds. Where do we find these people? Well, that's the next thing on the menu. Yes, on the next episode, we're going to be discussing not only how to find extremely motivated prospects, but also how to market to them so we can create, and I'm going to say this again, create extremely discounted assets so we can tap into asset-based lenders and create as much cash flow as we want for ourselves and our family. And if you choose to apply these processes, you're going to really change the landscape of how you generate money. You no longer have to work for money, but you can have other people's money work for you and also help a fellow human at the same time. Pretty excited for the next episode. I hope you love this one. Stay tuned. More coming up.
If you like this episode of Big Fat Real Estate Checks, then show some love by leaving a comment and a good rating. Also, as a thank you for tuning in today, we've got a special free gift. The journey to passive cash flow for life starts by finding deals, and it's easier than you think. Simply go to getdealsbytuesday.com, enter your email address, and we'll send you a free quick start course called Deals by Tuesday. Even if it's 11 p.m. Monday night, this course will show you how to find discounted real estate deals by Tuesday. It's that fast and simple. Go to getdealsbytuesday.com and start your journey toward life-changing cash flow today. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode.